first broadcast to you guys this year. We will do a lot more this year. So thank you. I want to say Happy New Year to you guys. I just want you to have an idea of some of the things that to be doing this year. This broadcast is not going to take too long. I just want to let you guys know what's in store and for us this year. And there's quite a lot. If you followed us from last week, from the first of January, we've been talking about setting goals, goal setting. But I do my goal setting a little bit different. It's never the goals that you set. Are you willing to sacrifice for those goals? And that is the important thing. It's not, oh, I want to make more money. How do you intend to make money? Let's even talk about making more money. You want to make more money. What are the things that you need to do? If you're a career person, what are the things? There's some certain things you need to change. There's some certain lifestyle you need to change. What are those things you're going to do? What I must tell you is that personal sacrifice. That willingness to change your habits or habits that have made you remain at one particular level. There's a reason why we remain at one particular level. It's not that we don't have the right information. We have the right information, but we're not willing to do what it takes for us. We're not willing to do what it takes for us to become that. I see Pamela, how you doing? Happy New Year. Thank you for coming live today. Well, I'll go back and say that you want to earn more money. Are you willing to do what it takes? You want to rise in the workplace. You want to earn more in the workplace. Are you willing? Are you willing to do more? There are certain things that you need to do to help you to be better. Are you in business? You want to earn more. What are the things that you can begin to do? You have that information. I bet you if you go to the internet, you have a lot of information on how you can be a better business person or how you can be a better career person. Where the problem lies is your own personal sacrifice. Are you willing to develop yourself to suit that? Are you setting bad habits that are keeping you down? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to? Do you want to have more friends? Even the Bible says if you want to have friends, make yourself more friendly. What are the things that you need to do? Sometimes we blame the government, we blame everybody around us, but not us. But this year, set your goals should be improving and changing, acquiring habits that will help you meet your goals this year. I saw a young man at the start of last year. He said he wanted to do this, do that. But are you able to cope with it? Example, he said, I'm in school. He was leaving school. He wants to be a motivational speaker. He wants to be a thought leader and all that. I told him, look, it takes a lot for you to become a thought leader. This is the kind of life that you have to live to become a thought leader. This is how you develop yourself. But he said he doesn't have time. He can't sit for more than 30 minutes at a time. And I said, look, how do you now gather that knowledge that you need to impact on people? There are certain things that in every career, every successful person has successful habits that they keep. And those successful habits is what makes them successful. That should be your goal. That should be your goal. Or not just making enough money, not just being successful, not just having good friends. If you want to have good friends, you must position yourself to be able to fit into that lifestyle. You must be able to sacrifice. I'm talking about the sacrifice that it takes for you to achieve that goal. And we all know that sacrifice. We all know it. Are you ready to put in the hours? Are you willing to put in the hours? There's a guy that came to me. He said, "Look, he wants to leave his business because there's so much competition." And I said, "Why are you not? Um, how can you? But there are ways that you can handle competition, and the first one is the price." He says, "Yes, he knows, and we discussed, talked about it." And I told him that he needs to source materials from a cheaper place, cheaper materials. So we research where you can get these materials cheaper, so that the cost of production will be cheaper, and so that the price can be cheaper. But he said he cannot be commuting to that place. It's risky, and he cannot stress himself that much. If not, let him just remain in the business, and he will do other things to cope. And I said to him, this is the sacrifice that I'm talking about. Is the goal is not to make more money or to leave the business you've started and start another business. The goal is, are you ready to do what it takes to be successful in that you're doing? You want to be the staff of the month. You want to be the staff of the month more than other staff in the organization. Are you willing to put in the extra hours? Are you willing to do, what are you willing to do that can give that to you? That should be your goal, and not just setting things that before February you say, look, this New Year resolution and all these goals are not working. No, work on yourself and your goals will work this year. This is what I'm discussing with I'm going to be talking about next week. Next week, I'm talking about seasons, which also has a bit of goals in it. Seasons. And I want you to particularly pay attention for the duration of next week, of the things that I have videos, I have content coming out. I want you to be mindful of them. I think it can help you early in the year to be able to set the trajectory that you want to take. All right. Another thing I want to talk to us about is recalibrate. I have this training that I do towards beginning of the year, towards the end of the year. It is called Recalibrate, a Recalibrate Summit. And Recalibrate, this one we're doing is 2.0, Recalibrate 2.0. Why? Because we want people, maybe you did not, maybe things didn't go well for you last year. You didn't achieve all you wanted to achieve last year, but I guarantee you that it is still possible. I guarantee you that it's still possible for you to. I guarantee you that it's still possible for you to achieve those things. Facebook, for you to achieve those things this year. So. Recalibrate will do you a lot of good. Recalibrate is for both career people and for business people. The first session is going to be for the career people. How do you earn? We want you to earn more in 2024, but there are certain things you need to know for you to be able to earn, and this is what Recalibrate brings. So that you have an idea of how can I change myself. Don't be deceived. It's always about you. Don't be deceived. It's always about you making that difference and not necessarily the information. I always laugh when people are hungry for information. They want to get information. They say knowledge is power. Knowledge is power if you're willing to sacrifice. If you're willing to develop habits that can make you work those information that you have, and so that those information will work for you. That is how it goes. Recalibrate is there to do it for you. Recalibrate will do it for you, and also Recalibrate will be talking about how you can grow your businesses. For a business person, how can I grow my businesses this year? What do I need to do? This is what Recalibrate will do for you, The adverts on Recalibrate will soon come out. So I want you to be a part of it. Also, what you're going to expect this year, we'll be dealing with earnings, how to increase your earnings. Another thing we will be dealing with is personal brand, how to improve your personal brand, how to become to become that thing you want people to see you as, your brand. You are a brand. As we have products that are brands, companies that are brands, you as a brand. And this year, I want you to begin to change. You need to change yourself. You need to change your brand and let your brand become more acceptable. Let your brand become more acceptable and let your brand be seen as something that is valuable. And when people begin to see you as valuable, then you can begin to earn from the relationships that you have. So these are some of the things we'll be doing this year. Also, how do I build lasting relationships? How do I build lasting relationship, both corporate and personal? How do I balance my work life and my family life? How do I cope with all those things? These are some of the things that you will be hearing, we'll be discussing at least within the first quarter of this year. And also seasons. How do you manage seasons? Because there's always season of abundance, then you have season of lack or famine or depression, or depression or recession rather. Depression is the worst kind. Recession. How do you handle? How do you profit in a recession? These are some of the things that we will be discussing and doing this year within this first quarter, so that we can better prepare for this year more than we did for last year. So you will be getting this content on a weekly basis, and every Friday, 4 p.m. like today, I come and answer questions. So if there's anything you have read or seen somewhere you need explanation, or if anything I have said you need explanation, then I think you should just put it out in my DM. Anyone in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, we're going to take it, and I come every Friday to make to answer those questions. It's called Counselor's Corner, where I counsel, I coach people on a weekly basis. But also, people reach out and say, look, I want you to counsel me. I want you to coach me to become this. Coaching, yes, I counsel every Friday, but if you want me to coach you one-on-one, you can also reach out. I'll put it out in my DM, and we're going to reach out to you and see how we can make that work. Anyhow we can do it, it is possible that you become all that you want to be in 2024. Then partnership. I started a partnership last December, December last month really, to have a group of people that I can mentor. And so the opportunity is there for you to become a partner. If you want to become a partner, yeah, you can also indicate in my DM, and we'll be able to reach out and give you a link, and you can start the registration. You can start just to fill out some forms that will make us know you better. Then you can start on that partnership. These are people I want to pour myself into this year. They are my fruit. They said, by your fruits they shall know you. By your fruits you know a person. I want this year that my fruits will be my mentees that I'm going to pour into, and I'll guarantee you that your life is going to take a turn for the better. Then this year also we're going to do Make in Nigeria. Make in Nigeria is going to be Makers Edition. What do we mean by Makers Edition? Whoever is making, are you making, what are you making in Nigeria? What are you producing? Is it a product or service? Is it tech-based? Whatever it is that you can produce in Nigeria, we want everybody to converge in September. It's going to be the last week in September, I think from 23rd to 29th or 28th thereabout. We're going to converge in making Nigeria in the city of Port Harcourt in September for it. Look forward to all this. But above all, I want you guys to just follow us, follow me, and join the partnership. It will do you a world of good if you do that. And next Friday I will come. If you have answers, if you have questions, I will come and I'll answer it.